You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts now.
I'm back. Rudrance for Black and White Sports. We're going to talk about Deion Sanders because there was a massive announcement late last night that the number one recruit in the country is going to the University of Colorado. Of course, a lot of the mainstream media, a lot of the leftists have been firing at Deion Sanders since he decided he would move from Jackson State, which is a historically black college, up to a Power 5 school in the University of Colorado. Now, in case you haven't been paying attention, the University of Colorado has not been relevant really and truly and consistently since 2005. Okay? There's been a couple of outlier years in there, and by a couple, I mean literally two. There was a 10-4 season and a 4-2 COVID season in there. Other than that, it's been a dumpster fire of losing seasons for basically 15 years, okay? And who the hell had any interest in the University of Colorado before primetime showed up? That's exactly what he did for Jackson State. He elevated it into the national scene. He got big-time recruits. And that's what he's going to do for Colorado. He landed a 4-star running back already, okay? And now he's bringing the number one recruit. It looks like he's entered the transfer portal. He was the number one recruit in the country. He shunned away Florida State, Michigan, all these big schools to go play for primetime. And I've said, look, this is what happens in college football. These coaches take steps. If they're any good, and if Deion continues to win like he is, and it looks like Deion's a hell of a coach, frankly, and a lot of this has got to do with recruiting, and Deion will recruit. I guarantee you that. He's got the NFL name. He's got the Hall of Fame. Eventually, Deion Sanders will be a coach in the National Football League. Even Jerry Jones came out and said that last week. Well, there's been a lot of blowback. So we got two stories here. Number one, Charles Barkley, has come out and slammed the critics of Deion Sanders for leaving this historically black school. I mean, people are like out there calling Deion Sanders an Uncle Tom and that he hates his own people, yada, yada, yada. Standard operating bullshit mainstream media crap from the sports sphere out there. But let's get to this. Let's look at this very quickly before we get into that, because Charles Barkley had some strong-ass words for those critics. Very strong. Outkick late last night. Travis Hunter Jr. officially enters transfer portal after Deion Sanders says former number one recruit's move to Colorado is imminent. You think this isn't going to work? You think this isn't interesting? Man, this is so interesting. The University of Colorado, just like Jackson State, is officially an interesting program to pay attention to. Very interesting now. Eyes are on Colorado for the first time in how many years? That's Deion Sanders. Plain and simple. Haters can hate. Deion Sanders has made it abundantly clear that Colorado football roster is going to look very different next season. When the Buffaloes take the field on the road at TCU September 2nd, 2023 to begin the Coach Prime era, there will be a lot of new faces on both sides of the ball. Travis Hunter Jr. will be one of them. At least, so says both Hunter and his head coach. Hunter, the number one overall recruit in the class of 2022, sent shockwaves across the college football world when he chose to commit to play for Jackson State over Florida State and 17 other offers, including Bama, Clemson, Florida, Georgia, and Michigan. It was a monumental decision that made him the first ever number one overall recruit to commit to a program, to an FCS program, and the first five-star recruit to commit to play for the Tigers. So it looks like he's heading to Colorado, and now he is joining him in Colorado. That's Deion. Assuming everything goes according to plan over the last few weeks since taking the job in Boulder, Coach Prime has made quite the entrance. He declared his four-star quarterback son, Shadur, would be the starting quarterback in the opening statement of his press conference and told Buffalo players to hit the transfer portal if they aren't up for competition. I love that because he is bringing his Louis Vuitton luggage, a.k.a. his top-tier transfers. Bravo. I love it. Just bring in, blow it up, make everybody uncomfortable. It's beautiful. Travis Hunter Jr. is expected to play for the Buffaloes. Hunter teased his transfer out of Jackson State not long after Colorado received its first commitment of the new era. He officially enters the portal on Sunday night. Right there, breaking news. Jackson State athlete Travis Hunter enters transfer portal. By the way, this kid scored I believe he scored a touchdown. Where was it? I saw it somewhere. It was ridiculous. While at Jackson State, Hunter recorded his first touchdown at wide receiver and his first career interception in the same quarter of the game. That's the kind of talent we're talking about here. Now that we know the number one recruit looks like he's going to join Deion, Charles Barkley, Chuck, took no prisoners when talking about the critics like Bomani Jones, who have been calling Deion out. People have called him out, talking about he hates his people. We know that's ridiculous. We know that is so damn idiotic. It's so stupid. Here we go. Charles Barkley defends Deion Sanders' move from a historically black college school, tells critics to shut the F up. Look, that's how this works. I mean, make no mistake, Deion's not staying at Colorado. He's not. If he goes in there and he wins 7 games next year and then 2 years later wins 10, he's going somewhere after that. Okay, that's how this works in college football. It's a natural progression upwards if a college football coach wins. We just know that's how it is. They jump school to school. That is the environment that's been set up in college football for 20 years now. And that's all Deion did here. That's all Deion did. He never tried to hide the fact that he wanted to continue to move up. NBA on TNT's Charles Barkley defended Deion Sanders against critics who have slammed him for leaving a historically black school to coach the University of Colorado. Sanders jumped from coaching at Jackson State, which plays in the SWAC, to Colorado, which is part of the Pac-12. And the Pac-12, of course, is a Power 5 conference. The coach and former NFL star was criticized by ESPN's Bomani Jones, who felt Sanders sold a dream and then walked out. Make no mistake, all your run-of-the-mill, standard operating procedure, mainstream media outlets, Huffington Post, Deadspin, all these places have been nailing Deion over this move, like he wasn't going to progress. Shannon Sharp also took a shot at defending the critics out there. Coach Prime had some defenders in his corner, such as Fox Sports' Shannon Sharp. The former tight end blasted leaders who were criticizing Sanders' leap up the college ranks. Quote, we say we want our black coaches to get opportunities. He gets an opportunity. He takes an opportunity. And now you're mad. I'm talking about my community, Sharp continued. I'm talking about us. They know who I'm talking about. Blacks are mad, but look at what he did. He brought eyes to a historically black college. Absolutely. Absolutely. You would be an idiot to not recognize what Deion did for that school and that college. Now, Charles Barkley, this is what he said on his The Steam Room podcast with Ernie Johnson. Quote, Deion, hey man, good luck at Colorado. I have seen some of the criticism calling you a sellout for leaving, calling you an Uncle Tom and things like that. Hey man, you left Jackson State in a better place than you found it. Amen. We can't say the same about LeBron in the NBA, can we? Barkley supported Sanders' move because he did not have to stay at Jackson State forever. And Sir Charles had a message for everybody who despised the coach's change. Quote, you had no obligation to stay there forever, Barkley added. And to your critics, shut the F up. Shut the F up. So Barkley is not playing. He didn't hide any words. Shut the fuck up. Shut up, shut up, shut up. And he's right. Barkley is absolutely right here. I mean, this is just part of college football natural progression upwards. This is what these coaches will do. He will be there for 2 to 3 years, and then he will move up again. Okay? He can recruit, so he is going to win. All right? So much of college football is about getting the best high star talent in there. If he can, the next step, I don't know. Florida State, maybe, is one that I think a lot of us believe that eventually Coach Prime is going to end up at, provided their coach doesn't just win and keep him boxed out. Or there'll be another program that's higher on the list that he'll go to. But eventually, this is going to the NFL. It is. And I've got to be real. I think eventually Jerry Jones hires him as the Dallas Cowboys coach. It may be 10 years from now, but I think that's where this is going to go. Okay? Jerry loves him. He's high profile. He's a diva. He's primetime. And Jerry Jones is all about that shit. Okay? And I'm sorry, but, I mean, if you look at Mike McCarthy on the sideline and then you look at Deion Sanders, immediately one feels like the Cowboys, the other one doesn't, right? So bravo to Chuck. Look, Chuck took a lot of L's over the last 24 months on a lot of different topics, but he destroyed the Lakers the other day, and now he has destroyed this woke nonsense, this haterade going on around Deion Sanders. And look, Chuck got this one right too. Peace. I'm out. Till next time. Black and White Network supporters, make sure you go over and check out the Black and White Network merchandise store. 25% off USA First. 25% off USA First. Go now.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.